All right.
Cool.
What's up,
Hello,
dog?
Ben. Oh, just
How we doing?
good.
Good.
Little flustered over some technical difficulties,
Yeah, we
but
did have
we're
some tech.
figuring it out. Thanks for the Microsoft Teams suggestion. So for people who don't know, Ben is my brother, and I love him very much. And Ben, good morning to you. Why don't you
Morning,
start
all.
by telling the audience a little bit about yourself?
All right. As y'all probably heard in this introduction, Nolan's older brother. My name's Ben. Uh, we actually have the same birthday. A little interesting. I don't really know how that happened. But it's a thing. So 2 years apart. Uh, you know, I live in Bozeman. Yeah.
Nice. Word. So,
I don't know what you want me to
congratulations.
say.
No, you're good, dude. I don't give a care. This is we're learning as we go. This is super experimental. Um, yeah. How's it growing up with a brother? What'd you think about that?
Uh, my first memories of you as a brother was like fucking like wrestling or like fighting in the living room. And then one of us would like slam each other somehow. And then like one of us would like start crying. I was usually beating you up because I was bigger. And like I'd involuntarily hurt you. And I'd be like, no, 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 don't cry. It's okay. Don't tell mom and dad. And I remember doing that for a while up until like middle school, high school-ish. And then around then it's like, oh, I have a brother, but I don't want to hang out with him because I want to hang out with my own friends. And that was through middle school and sort of like up to like freshman year of high school. But then after freshman year, it was like, I don't know, we sort of had the same friends and we both like to ski and uh yeah, there's the brotherly love hate thing. But definitely as I've grown older, like, um, you've been an important figure, you know? Like we hang out a lot, or we did when you lived in Bozeman, much more than we did in high school, I think. And it was dope, honestly. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoy hanging out with you. Like you're cool as fuck. And there's certain things that bring people together. And I think uh when I started mountain biking when I moved to Montana, that really started like a cult of biking and a sick community of riders and you joined that and we started biking a lot and did those Utah trips and that was so super dope and well we got the same friends. It's pretty sick. I like it.
Yeah,
So
I like it too.
growing up with the brother is pretty fun, honestly. It's way better than having no siblings.
Yeah, I was thinking about having kids the other day in the future.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, if I ever had a kid, I wouldn't want to just have one. Like,
Oh yeah, me neither.
I'd need to give it a sibling.
I need a couple of little munchkins to,
Yeah,
yeah,
to in, to
couple
impose
little
my view of the world on.
couple little senders, little mini
Yeah,
senders.
yeah. So circling circling way back to to maybe really not really wanting to hang out with me or us not hanging out with each other. And that transition from like, oh, maybe I have new friends now and have hung out with my brother my whole life, and now I have like these new freedoms that my parents gave me to hang out with my friends. and I want to do that, and then sort of transitioning from that into, oh, maybe I do want to hang out with my brother a bit. And what's that like for you?
Um, so okay, what I got from that was like, what is it like for me to go from hanging out with my friends to hanging out with you?
Yeah, like
Oh,
what's sorry, I
sorry,
should I'll rephrase it. No, you're good. What's
cut that part out.
no, I'm not cutting anything out. I want people to see me eat shit. um yeah, what's it like to actually want to hang out with me after not wanting to, and what are like the
Hmm.
things that go through your mind
Yeah.
to make that decision?
So I think when I turned like, I don't know, early teens, you're a piece of shit, right? You're some stoner kid from Alaska who smokes weed and goes skiing, and you go to school, but you're high at school the whole time. And you're just like, oh, you're just a little rebel, dude. Like, you're like, oh, I live with my brother. I see him every day. I want to go hang out with my friends and like do degenerate shit. I think that was a phase for both of us, probably. And that sort of ended for me like after like senior year of high school, probably. I was like, all right, kind of got to get my shit together here, like figure out what to do for college. And after like after graduating high school and then moving here, and then you came and visited, that was like sort of the turning point, I think, of like, oh, I can hang out with my brother and it's like fun and I don't get annoyed with him all the time. Because I went through that degenerate phase and sort of becoming more of a man, more of a grown ass man. Yeah, stay
Mm,
hard.
yeah,
Uh,
super.
and then, dude, I swear it was like getting that first bicycle, man. Getting that first bike and riding with the homies, and then introducing you to it. And I remember you got your bike, and then we both had our bikes back in home in Alaska, and we did a couple rides together, and it was sick, and you were stoked on it, and I was stoked that you were stoked too. And then you moved down here, and we just like started hanging out, dude. Like I think the transition phase from not wanting to hang out with you to like let's go do something cool, like probably like around like 2019,
Yeah,
2020. Like
around
we
COVID.
you turned 18
Yeah, because in high
few
school we
years
kind of did
ago.
things. Sorry, I'm talking over you. In high school we kind of did things together because like you were being a piece of shit stoner, and I was like, oh, I want to be a piece of shit stoner too, so we could like kind of be pieces of shit together, but we still didn't really hang out that much. We were just like, oh, some guy to be a delinquent with. But
Yeah.
yeah, after like when I got that bike after I stopped skateboarding, my I have really vivid memories of going out to the pit. Those of you that don't know what the pit is, it's a rock quarry in Juneau, Alaska, where we could build mountain biking jumps and learn how to do free ride. And
Yeah, that yeah, yeah.
yeah, basically just you and Bryson got me really stoked about digging jumps.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, and
that
then
was
when you
super
came
fire.
down and visited, and I think we might have gone biking, and like we probably went to Felix or something. And there's nothing like that in Juneau. And so you sort of
Oh no.
you get a taste of like the downhill free ride, and you're addicted to it immediately.
Yeah, yeah, Matt, our Ben's roommate Matt, he has this amazing jump line out of this place called Felix, and y'all showed me that jump line. And I remember standing at the takeoff of the big jump, I was thinking like, there's no way that can be a jump. Like I would have asked him, I was like, is that supposed to be a jump? This too, there's no landing next to it. And he's like, yeah, dude, it's over there. It
Yeah,
just
you
yeah,
gotta
it blew my mind.
turn
Yeah,
your head to look at that.
yeah, I didn't know that you could really like bike on that scale, or like that's kind of when it hit me that people can go big. And
Yep.
yeah, that
But I think the answer to your question was like the turning point of one of like us hanging out was like after high school probably.
yeah, and yeah, bikes, bikes
Bikes,
really
baby.
did, bikes really
Bikes.
did a number on that one.
Hmm.
Yeah, so let's see here. What do I got for you? Yeah, oh, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for inspiring me to get a mountain bike. And also, I really appreciated you taking the time to show me how to fix stuff on my mountain bike. I still struggle with that, but I really appreciate that because it's not very easy for me to take directions from YouTube. And it's a lot easier when,
For sure.
I'm trying to go on a ride and you're just like, fucking, let me do it for you. Like, let's go. And I watch you
Yeah,
do
dude,
it and I learn.
I've spent a number of times looking at YouTube videos trying to figure out the ins and outs of bikes and just adjusting certain things. And the bike shop's there for a lot of that, and it's easy to go to the bike shop, but sometimes you got to do things yourself. It's a lot less less expensive to do it yourself and learn something.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sort of learning about that right now. Money management is hard, especially in Canada, dude. You get paid $18 an hour, except
Yeah.
the exchange rate is one Canadian dollar to 75 cents American dollars. So you get a $600 paycheck and you're really only clearing like 475 bucks. It sucks, dude.
Fucking Canada, dude.
Dude, it sucks. There's good
They
things
got
about
cool
this place
shit there,
too.
but fucking what's his name? Trudeau. Heard that guy's a terrible prime minister.
Yeah, if I watch
Justin
the
Trudeau.
news, I know a little more about that. But I see a lot of "fuck Trudeau" bumper stickers.
Yeah, dude. Nobody likes that guy.
Yeah,
He's so hard.
yeah. Little side thing.
Yeah, what you got for me?
My teacher, apparently my teacher heard that in high school now, they don't give you grades for the first 2 years of high school
In Canada.
in Canada, in the
Why?
province of British Columbia. They give
Why?
you like a you're doing well or you're not doing well category. And then for 11 and 12, you get graded. And
That's
then like
whack,
the
bro.
colleges, if you want to get into a prestigious college, they only have 2 years of high school to determine if they want you or not,
Right, because
as
they don't
well as
actually know how well you did.
like the SAT or ACT scores. But
That's I'd say that's part of woke culture, dude. Woke
dude, yeah,
culture
I
in
mean,
Canada, they're like, oh, it's okay. You didn't get an A, you got a pass. It's like they're giving them a little like a participation or something to make them feel better.
yeah, dude,
And
totally. That's
that should not be a thing. You get
yeah,
grades like yeah, if you get bad grades, you're not a good student. Or maybe you
yeah.
just don't do the work or something, but that's an interesting
Just a little
little thing that they've done
little
there.
thing.
Just
Yeah,
probably
little
makes
side
the
note.
kids softer,
Mm-hmm.
making everyone
Anywho,
soft.
yeah, making people soft. Talking about being soft and getting hard. Because after you get soft, you're eventually gonna need to get hard and stay hard.
Go
Um,
on.
what was what keeps you on the bike after healing from injuries?
Oh, buddy. After those injuries, man. So, little backstory. I I've had a couple injuries, and in my life on the bike. You know, who knows where they came from. I was just sending it too hard, not thinking about what I was doing. I had a couple broken collarbones and a couple dislocated shoulders and ended up getting labrum surgery last September. Recovery wasn't too bad, honestly. After surgery, go straight to PT and start healing up. And yeah, it's more of a mental journey than physical journey. Like whatever, I'm a healthy young man. I can heal from that. But the mental side of things was much different because you think about like, am I going to keep biking? Like I don't want to get injured again. And so the journey through injury is interesting, and I really think after PT, after doing all the work to get strong again and get healthy, you think about what you want to do, and you still want to bike, but you miss it because it's freeing, and it takes you out of everything. And once you get on the bike, you're only thinking about what's in front of you, and and then you ride something, you get a crazy feeling that you can't really get from anything else unless it's like skiing or snowboarding or any other action sports probably. Um, but I think the mental journey is the most important thing from that. And you learn a lot about yourself and why you do the activities that you do. And I learned that I do it because it's fun and it provides me with something to do and physical activity, and it makes you happy, and there's a huge community of people to hang out with. And even if you're not a pro biker, like can still have a lot of fun. It's you hanging out with the boys, riding lines and going on trail rides. And it may having an injury, a serious injury and surgery really makes you think about why you're riding what you're riding. And it it makes you it made me a lot more cautious of what I was writing, and thinking about like, okay, like is the risk reward ratio worth it here? Am I going to be able to come back and hit this line in the future, or is this my one shot? And usually the answer is I can come back and hit it when I'm ready. And this summer I got through a season of biking with no injuries and hit a lot of new shit. And a lot of that stuff I looked up before, and I built up the confidence to go back and do it. And I think that's the most important thing I learned from injury is like you don't always have to send it on the first go. Like take the time to think about how you're gonna correctly attack the scenario. And if you're mentally and physically prepared to ride this on your bicycle, and I think that's the biggest takeaway I had from being injured is just really using your brain to think about what you're doing, because an injury really sets you back, and it almost puts a pause on your life. Like really can't do that much with your shoulder in a sling or your arm in a sling. So I think that's what I learned from injuries is you can always go back and hit something like it's not going anywhere, and just prepare yourself.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy stuff. That the injury puts a pause on your life. That's
It does, it
it's
really
true.
does.
It's
Puts
true
a
for a
pause
lot of
on
people too.
puts a pause on the gym, on being active, on work if you have a physical job, like and you just kind of got to sit there and wait. It sucks. But you learn a lot for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's something that I was thinking a lot about this summer. I was like, man, I'm pushing myself on the bike. I have a physical job. My only hobbies are active. My only hobbies are active hobbies. If I hurt myself, I'd be completely. Oh, and I live out of my truck. I would be completely fucked if I hurt myself. It was just a lose, 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 lose scenario. And what I what I kind of took from that was that basically wrote down my hobbies on a piece of paper, and it was like biking, the gym, weed, and I had to find more than that.
Yeah, it's
Here I
it's it's tough just sitting around, dude.
yeah, here I am. I'm personally a little injured. My ankle joint is a little messed up, and I need to get an X-ray, but I maybe broke my hand. I don't know. Hurts to ride. Um, but here I am trying a new thing with podcasting, which
Dude, I'm fucking with the podcast, honestly. Like, I'm enjoying it so far. I haven't listened to a
dude,
single episode yet
nice,
because you're
bro.
my brother, and
Yeah.
like
Well,
kind of tough
don't
for me to
listen,
listen to you rant, but I'm enjoying
dude.
this
It
one so far.
changed.
I like
It
the new
changed.
guest.
That thing is cool, and I like episode 10 with Sam. That one's good. And the
Okay.
episode before that,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. The episode before that was episode 9. And
Right.
basically,
Nine comes
like,
before 10.
yep, 9 comes before 10. I learned that in school. And the intention behind this podcast now is like talking about the journey through life and what young people like us go through because we're certainly not alone in it, even though it feels like that sometimes. And so basically, what I did for episode 9 was I did rant. It was by myself. However, I gave the audience a backstory of some change that I have gone through as a young adult and some trying times that I've faced as sort of a way to open up to my audience and any potential guests on the show so that like if I'm asking someone to open up, I have already done it first.
Hell yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
So you should listen to that.
I
Episode
will.
9.
If
Yeah.
you ever need a
You don't
guest,
have to listen to the whole thing, but
if you ever need a
anyways,
guest, happy to come on, talk about
what's
shit.
that?
Said if you ever need a guest, you don't have one, hit me up.
Dude, I will. We can do so many episodes together.
You got any more questions?
Oh, of course I do,
What else?
bro.
What else do you want to talk
Yeah.
about?
Dude, I
How's
want
Kamloops
to.
treating you?
Oh, okay. Kamloops is good. I still have no friends.
Oh,
Oh, that's yeah, but
yeah, but
actually
you
no, that's
build
not true.
at Matt McDuff's house.
That's cool. Matt is my friend. Matt's a good
Yeah.
friend. I build with him though. So it's like I'm injured right now, so clearly I'm not building. Um, anyways, the making new friends thing is harder than I thought. I'm pretty shy. I like I didn't think I was shy, but now I'm sort of realizing that I've just been around people I know my whole life.
For sure.
And it's way
Tough.
easier. So, like
And like you're gonna move back to Bozeman too. Yeah.
it's
You'll
way
figure it out.
easier to meet a new person when you're with your boys already.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if some new person comes over to your house and like, yo, what up, dude? Because my brother's, right?
Yeah.
That's been pretty challenging. I've definitely been isolating a little bit, just doing schoolwork and learning how to be a podcaster, which has been helping and not helping at the same time. God damn it. All right, we have 10 minutes left, but that's okay.
All right.
I really
Hit
need
me
to
with the
make these
questions.
longer. Anyways, I went to a youth group just because it
Sick,
was free and talked about God.
dude.
I'm still on the fence, man.
I know. It's
It's
tough,
a
dude.
lot
It's
to
tough.
like to accept. Like,
Youth group's interesting, dude. I think maybe you should go try like a don't go to a Catholic church because you know what's going on at the Catholic church, but maybe go try something else. Like go
I went to
go
a
to
Christian church.
there you go. Go to Christian church.
They were
And
like,
you don't have to sing. You sit in the back and just take it in and go try
they
out
were
some different.
talking. Basically, I went to the youth group and they were talking about like this one person was like, yeah, my faith is being tested with God and I really believe that he's my king and all that fun stuff. And I haven't he hasn't given me all the things that he's promised me yet, but I'm
Mm.
on my way to salvation. And like I was just like, holy fuck, dude, is this 1,000 years ago?
Yeah, right. No, that's a
Like,
little heavy for me. Uh, I actually have I actually started going to church. Like I've only gone twice with one of my homies here. Um, but it's definitely not as traditional, and it's not like, oh, I'm on my way to salvation on the road to Jerusalem. It's more of like you go to church and the pastor speaks and there's like a message you get for the week that's like strong, and it's sort of like a good way to start your week almost. And it's not like you have to be super religious, like bathing in God's like sweat, but more of like more of like sort of like a reset. Like you go for like the reset and the message almost, instead of like God save me from my sins. Unless you're close to,
yeah,
so I don't know.
yeah. The sitting part is hard too. That's because like I fuck around, and I
Yeah,
don't. I'm like not apologetic about it.
for sure.
I love that I do it, and that can be looked at as a sin sometimes, which respectfully disagree. Anyways, yeah, that church thing is. I'm glad that you're finding a little bit of direction with it. That's really cool. That I'm very happy for you that you're finding direction or just like some sort of. Eh, some people
Let me
fuck
make
up.
things clear. I'm not lost. I'm not lost, but it's a new experience, and I think it's it's something else to take in and experience, you know. But
All
I'm not
right.
lost and depressed.
That's yeah, that's well said, bro. I I like your good answer. You're doing good here. All right, I've got another one. I haven't asked you about this before, I don't think. So you're an art guy. You draw sometimes.
I got some art. I could show some shit if you want me to.
Yeah, or you could show some stuff too, but
Hit me with the question first.
what's that like for you? I don't draw, man, and I really want to make podcast art, but I don't draw. And what's your experience with art?
Um, I started really getting into it when I got injured. Actually, gave me something to do. Like, but it's like gives your mind something to think about, and like you just start drawing shit, and like I don't know, it's fun being creative. Always like ever since I was a little kid, dude. Always liked Legos. Start making shit, and I thought drawing was cool because like you draw something and it just appears out of like an idea in your brain, and then you can just have it on a piece of paper, and then you get to see what you make. And I haven't drawn in a while, honestly, but it's just like a little something to do. Like some people like to read, some people like to do yoga, some people like to I don't know, give me something here. Some people
Ah,
like to
that's
draw, I
easy.
guess.
Some
Haven't
people
drawn in
like to
a minute.
pick their nose.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's more of a thing to do when I have nothing to do. But yeah, or just like get stoned and start drawing some shit. Maybe you'll like look at it and then you think of something else and reminds you of something, or
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks. It's that's pretty cool because I'm only really used to or I guess now I'm trying to, or I'm creating a podcast, but we are creating a podcast. But the creative process outside of a physical endeavor has always been hard for me. And
Yeah. You
yeah,
know what? When I here I'll show you a couple real quick.
okay,
I
I'd
did
love to.
these this was before I got injured. This is just random doodles. random. It's not very good. And I got this guy, little sender, Band-Aid,
Nice.
and then got this guy. This is when I was into anime, so I made
Dude,
some
that's
anime
fire.
ghost samurai,
Hmm.
and then I drew this when I was injured, and it was sort of like get back to your roots and ground yourself and heal. And I drew this little tree guy,
Whoa, that's amazing.
and that was like heal yourself, ground yourself like a tree does. Like the roots are much deeper than the branches, and the the strength is on the inside.
Wow, dude, that's really
And
good.
that really helped me heal myself.
So
I
nice.
might have some more in like a smaller drawing book, but as you can see, I like to do the pen art. The pen art's fun. You don't have to worry about coloring anything.
Nice. Hey, by the way, I would love to if I when I get rich from this podcast, I'll pay you to make art for my show to put
Oh
on
yeah, I'll do it.
t-shirts.
I'll
That would
do
be
it.
sick. However, there is 2 minutes left. I really need to just stop being cheap. I'm just super broke right now and can't really afford to pay for a longer
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
But we can do another one. We
For sure, I'm
can
down. Let's do a part
be so
two.
stoked. Do part two, three, four,
Can
five,
you
six, six,
record
and
one
nine.
and then record another one and then add them together?
Yeah, actually, I could probably do that. I think it's like a day by day split though, so I can't record more than one a day.
Or
Yeah.
um,
Anyways, is there anything, any final, I don't know, final thoughts you want to share?
I don't
Anything you
know.
want to part with?
Was that all of your questions for me?
No,
Did you
I
have any
have
other
more.
ones?
I've got more
Okay, we
questions.
only
We're
got a
just out
minute
of
though.
time.
Uh, no, dude, I don't know. This is dope. I'm stoked you're doing the pod. Like, I can't wait to see what it's like in a year. And I'm down to come on like every month or every other week or whatever you want. This is sick though. Like, I enjoyed talking about this. Just talking
Dude,
about
hell
stuff
yeah. Thank you.
fun.
It's it's really nice to be able to catch up with you and set aside a time to get
For
to
sure.
communicate with my brother. I really love
Yeah,
that.
dude. I definitely listened to a lot of podcasts, but it was fun doing one.
Isn't it?
Yeah, sick.
And now random people can watch it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
down to
so
do it
cool.
again. Steph,
All right, well,
get your recording figured out so we can do a longer one. I could go way
figured
longer.
out. Make a little money first, then I'll man up and
I
put
could
in the
I
big
could
bucks.
I could keep chatting shit with you.
All right, me too. But we got less than a minute, so I love you a lot. Thank you
Oh,
so much for
love you
doing
too,
the
bro.
show.
Dude,
Double bump.
this was sick. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, let's do it again,
Yeah,
bro.
in
That
the
was it.
woods. Out.
In the woods. Wait, this in the woods pod.
Woods. Out.
All right, I'll make you a design. All right, in the woods. Peace out, everybody.